Woodrow Wilson Academy. Welcome to the This Week in Music part of our YouTube channel for home learning. So on this channel, when you visit with me on YouTube, we're going to be talking about interesting things that have happened historically this week in music. And then down in the notes at the bottom of the channel, I'm going to give you some links that you can click on that have to do with the different events and people that we're talking about. So this week, we're going to celebrate 3 birthdays that happened this week in music. So for December 6th, back in 1896, we're celebrating the birthday of a man named Ira Gershwin. He was a 20th century American lyricist, which means that he wrote all the words to a bunch of songs, and his brother George wrote all the music. And so together, they wrote songs for over a dozen different Broadway productions. And one of the ones that I have in the link below is his song, I've Got Rhythm, and it's from a Broadway musical called An American in Paris. So if you want to go ahead and click on that, then you can hear one of the great songs that Ira Gershwin has written. Our second birthday for this week in music was on December 8th in 1865, a really long time ago. And this is the birthday of a man named Sibelius. So he wrote romantic and early modern orchestra music. So it was just instruments. It was really big orchestras. And the reason that we're celebrating him was that he was from Finland. And in Finland, they didn't have a whole lot of composers that they were super proud of at the time. And Sibelius was kind of like a national hero for the country of Finland because he wrote some beautiful, amazing music. And actually, on his birthday every year, they celebrate what's called the Day of Finnish Music for their country. So they celebrate music in general every year on his birthday because he was such a great composer for them. And he wrote a beautiful piece called Finlandia, which celebrates his country of Finland. And I love listening to it. I always thought it would make a really great movie soundtrack because it's really intense and has lots of different instruments. So there's a link in the notes below to listen to his piece Finlandia. So you should click on that. And it's being played in the link by a youth orchestra from Australia. So it's really young people who are playing this piece of great music. So that's kind of neat to see too, are some teenagers playing this piece of music. Our last birthday for this week in music that we're celebrating is Frank Sinatra. Frank Sinatra was a wonderful American entertainer and musician. He specialized mostly in swing music. And this time of year, we actually hear a lot of his music, you know, at stores or on the radio or in the car or on TV shows because he did a lot of really great Christmas albums. And so one interesting thing about Frank Sinatra is that even though he was an amazing musician, he never ever learned to read or write music. So that makes his talent in being able to sing so beautifully even more interesting because he didn't know how to read it. He just felt music naturally. So if you click on the link in the notes below, we have Frank Sinatra singing Jingle Bells, which is a great version that I love for this time of year. And also, each week I'm going to have a trivia question for you. So my trivia question for this week is that Frank Sinatra had a nickname. And so if you want to look up and find his nickname, or maybe your parents know his nickname, or maybe your grandparents know his nickname, that would be really awesome. And you can email that to me at elinton@wwacademy.org, or you can send it to me at my middle school account too. But go ahead and email me your answer if you can figure out what Frank Sinatra's nickname was, and then I will announce who knew it on the next week's channel when we celebrate a whole nother group of events. So have fun clicking on those links and listening to some great music, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.